So people ask me when I go lecture, how is it that these women will be with you and you got 8 women and they'll leave their boyfriend to be with you and you got other women? I said, because I value in myself. Well, how did you build value in myself? Well, the average man is taken over by a woman's sexuality. I'm not. In order to be successful in what I was doing, I had to minimize the power of her womb. I had to make her womb of no consequence to me. And when I made her womb of no consequence, automatically, she's like, well, who is it? Who do you think he is? Because she's used to slaying men with her womb. So when she recognized that didn't work with me, she's automatically interested in me. Like, oh my God, because I feel the power.
Okay, my boys, this video is women play with the men who lack sexual discipline. Basically, the men who prioritize her box over everything in this world, right? So I'm gonna spit a little bit of that ism today in this video, bro. Some shit that you gonna find truly on my Patreon. It's in the works. I'm up to about 15 videos, bro, within that Patreon, so it's well worth it, right? But my neighbors are playing some loud ass fucking music. This shit turning me up too right now. But so women play with the men who lack sexual discipline, right? Your whole life, my whole life, whatever it is within our life, we were programmed to chase this box. We were programmed to put the woman on a pedestal and, you know what I'm saying, get her flowers, get her gifts and everything like that. And I'm not saying don't pleasure your woman and don't get her like some things just because, oh, it's a simpy way. No, but that's after she's your woman. The thing is, that's the whole thing. A lot of guys will take girls on dates, do all of this nut shit, you know what I'm saying, because he prioritizes her over his well-being before he prioritizes himself, right? So this is where, when you take away her power, which is basically, long story short, within the ism, when you take a woman's power, this is how you take her power. A woman gets her confidence and a lot of her powers from her looks. You have to understand this. She can manipulate guys to get other guys to do certain things that most guys won't do, that actually a lot of guys will do. And she'll manipulate them by her looks and by her box. You have to understand, when they, you know what I'm saying, women are the masters of aesthetics. And I salute them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where they get their powers from. You know what I'm saying? Like, us men, we get our powers from being strong. But most men aren't strong. Most men aren't sexually disciplined. Most men will go to the ends of earth to get some ass. You see what I'm saying? So when you disarm her and you take away her power, this is strictly just taking away her power. You don't care about her looks. You don't care about sex. When you are sexually disciplined, you do not care about sex as much. You're focused on your goals. You see what I'm saying? I'm focused on my Patreon, YouTube, all of this, giving you this game, this knowledge that don't nobody know about, right? Most people have to pay for this knowledge, right? But I'm going to give it to y'all for free in this video. Most men will prioritize sex over anything. And this is how she uses them. Because it's like, think about a rabbit, right? Or one of those hamsters, or a rabbit. A rabbit loves carrots, right? A rabbit will go onto the rabbit wheel or the hamster wheel, and there will be a carrot right here. And the hamster or the rabbit will still like be running on the fucking wheel to get the carrot, because the carrot is the prize, right? But when the rabbit or the hamster doesn't give a fuck about the carrot, he'll stop running. He'll stop chasing that shit. You see what I'm saying? And inevitably, the person who's holding that carrot just rewards that rabbit or that motherfucking hamster and gives them the carrot anyways, because it's like, all right, he doesn't give a fuck, so he goes for that. Like, they just give him the carrot. They reward him, right? So this is what happens when you disarm and take away the power of women. Women are used to having men at their hands at all times, simping, oh, you're so beautiful, you're this, you're that, you're the best woman in the world, I'll take you here, I'll get you this, all of that. You have to see her as a woman. Like, that's all she is. Even if she has a fat ass, if she has big titties, if she's the most beautiful woman in the world, you have to see her as is, because that's how you're supposed to see her. When you're seeing her for her ass, her beauty, and everything like that, you're viewing her as a mere object that you want to attain. And women know this, that once, you know what I'm saying, once you bust a nut with most shorties, bro, you don't care. And that's the the truth. But after you have sex, it's like, you know what I'm saying, after you have sex with a beautiful girl, it's just like, okay, you're back into your senses. That's what happens when you're in post-nut clarity. You're back into your senses. You shoot right back into the mode of like thinking with your big head, not your little head. You thinking with your mind now. You're like, that's it. That was it. Like, it's good. The sex might have been good, everything like that. You might have had, you know what I'm saying, you busted nut, 5-second pleasure, regular shit. You're like, okay, on to the next. Most guys are. And women know this, so this is why they will put off sex. This is why they'll have you chasing, just like that rabbit, chasing the carrot. Chasing it, running over the heels or the hoop to get the carrot. But the sexually disciplined man doesn't give a fuck about the carrot. The carrot is going to come anyways if she likes you. You see what I'm saying? You don't gotta go on all these crazy dates that I see online. You know what I'm saying? I seen that nowadays it got really bad for men. Where dudes are paying for OnlyFans, dudes are paying for prostitution, dudes are stuck on porn. They are valuing this box. You understand? And I understand too. You know what I'm saying? Lust is something within us that you have to control. Once you're able to control, you will not value it as much. You will actually start to value what she can do as a human being. Despise her looks. No matter how good she looks, you'll see her as like, what can she actually do and what value would she bring to your life? And that's something great for most men, because once you say, okay, I'm not going to be worrying about this box, I'm about to see how she is as a person, that is someone you can see that you can work with. If she does degenerate things, but she's the most beautiful person, and, you know what I'm saying, she keeps promising giving you box or whatever it is, you'll see through it. You know what I'm saying? Most guys can't see through it because lust is something that is very hard to, like, control. You know what I'm saying? But once you're able to control it, you take away the carrot. You don't give a fuck about that carrot no more. You don't give a fuck about the box. You see that person as a human. What does that human do in her life that will benefit you? That's where you start to get your value. Once you're sexually disciplined, you will understand the true value of a man. You know what I'm saying? This is why women play with the dudes who do not value themselves, who are completely just chasing sex. They don't value that guy as much because every guy is like that. But the guy who doesn't give a fuck about the sex, she starts to chase him because it's like something different. It's like she values him because all these other guys are just chasing sex. You see what I'm saying? That's what went into the pimp game and into the ism. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the pimp name was. It's a fucking pimp. I think somebody, it's in my Patreon. I left that shit. I forgot his name. Let me search it up. And I'm gonna give you the exact name so you could go do some fucking research on this game. You dig what I'm saying? So I got you real quick. But it turns the table because once you don't see the sex, she'll chase your sex because you're not fiending for it. You're not beasting her. You're not texting her all day. You don't give a fuck about sex as much as the other guys do. You see what I'm saying? You care more about your goals than these hoes, and that's where you'll win. But just let me, what's the bro's name? Some shit for y'all, so if you click off, fuck off. What's bro's name? My boy Gorgeous Dre. That sounds really gay to say as a dude, but his name is Gorgeous Dre, and he says it in the video, and you know what I'm saying, of what he talks about, the ism, you know what I'm saying, he talked about how he got a lot of women. He had to disarm her power. He had to take away her power of, oh, okay, she got big titties. Oh, she got a fat ass. Oh, she's willing to give me box or whatever. That's what she stirs most men into the direction of, this guy got to get me a purse. This guy got to take me on these dates. This guy got to do all of this. But when you turn around the game and you flip the game to the balls in your hand, you're not prioritizing the sex as much. And that's what makes you more valuable. They are more interested in you because you do not give a fuck about the sex as much. You know what I'm saying? You're not valuing her just off of sex, and she will, one, respect that, but two, there's something to you because of that. Think about all the men that are in women's phones that are chasing women. They are chasing women for one thing. This girl, oh, I'm gonna get you some flowers, or I'll buy you this purse, or I'll take you on this crazy date. It all ends just for sex. It's not even to really build with this girl. A lot of the times, it's just a man being lustful. It's just a dude just wanting to fuck. and you understand that just as much as I do. I've been in these situations where I wasn't talking about how everybody, like, you know, these purses or take you on these dates and all this wild shit where I gotta pay bread. That was never the case. But my objective in my mind was sex. You know what I'm saying? That just as any man would. But this is why she plays with you. This is why you have to go through the loopholes and, oh, you got to take me on this date. Oh, you got to give me this purse. Oh, you got to do all these things in order to see me, or even to like get a conversation, or even to take her on a date. You got to go through all these loopholes. That's not the game I play. I like the women who like me, because the ones who like me I don't got to do any of that nut shit. You see what I'm saying? I got to go through this date or anything. Wherever I say we going, and that's it. If she's fucking with you, shit, that's the game. That's the only game you should really run. And value the women who like you, because they literally see you as like a god. They value you as a man, so they're gonna respect you. They're gonna do all the things that they need to do in order to impress you. I don't know about y'all, but like, it's so funny seeing through it. And once you understand the game, that a woman will do, like, for the guy that she likes, she'll do anything to impress him. It's actually really funny. Like, their whole ideologies will switch. They'll say things just for them to like you. You see what I'm saying? Like, to get them to like you. You see what I'm saying? She's gonna go along lines with whatever you believe. If you like the fucking Knicks, like how I like the Knicks, every girl became a Knicks fan. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so funny, but I love that about the game and the natural nature of, once you put off sex, she chases the sex from you. You do not chase the sex from her. That's ism. That's the game that you need to play. You got to work on yourself, of course, too, bro. Listen, I'm not saying this, you know what I'm saying? You should see yourself as a king regardless. But give reasoning to why you are a king. I'm a king because I hit the gym all day, every day. I'm in the lab every day. You see what I'm saying? I'm working on my grind every day. I'm focused on my goals before these hoes every day. You see what I'm saying? It gives myself a true self-confidence that I've earned, because, you know what I'm saying, I done had all these women, you know what I'm saying, chase me, beast me. So I know what it's like to have a woman that values you. That'll do whatever, cook, clean, whatever, anything and fall in line with whatever I believe in, trying to impress me, trying to see me, trying to do all of these things. It's beautiful that way, because the game has only just been flipped. All the guys chasing the carrot, chasing the box, she has a good objective to use you for. She has a good objective. Think about this shit, bro. If you were a girl and you had all these dudes in your phone, all of them simping, all of this shit, yeah, they need to deserve this box. Men should earn the box. If you were a girl and then you thought that way, yeah, they deserve, like, you know what I'm saying, they need to earn this shit. They got to give me some money. They got to take me out on dates. They got to buy me these things. You would move the same way. The only thing is now you're seeing it as a viewpoint of the man, and now you're just flipping the game of, yeah, she got to do all that for me. That's ism. That's the game. That's the shit that I teach in my Patreon. So go wait for that fucking Patreon. It's going to switch your whole mindset to, I would never chase box. I will never chase pussy. If it's there and she wants me, she's going to show me that she wants me. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for a lot of things. Just wanting to see you, double texting, all of that shit, geeking and tweaking over you, being shown as like, yeah, I am of high value. And you can clearly tell that a woman values you in that way if she's double texting or she wants to see you. And there's nothing wrong with that, because in your mind you are now a king. That's what happens when you are a king. But if you're a sucker, a fucking slave, a peasant chasing this box, you're going to fall in line with all the other guys. All the 20 dudes out in her phone are chasing this box to see her, to do all certain things. But then there's this one guy who goes a whole different direction, and she wants to know what that direction is about. You see what I'm saying? She wants to know, what the fuck, why he moving like that? What's about him, right? And then that video I was talking about famous, Handsome Dre, I think that's his name, or what the fuck I said. You know what I'm saying? I just learned this game about a month ago, but once I really understood and implemented it, it's different. He said he had to disarm the box. He had to have her box of no value. He don't give a fuck about the box. He sees you as a person. You cannot manipulate my mind. You cannot get in my head and just manipulate it. You can't. I'm not going to be manipulated by your beauty. I'm not going to simp over your beauty. I'm not going to simp over your box. I'm not going to value your box. Your box has no value to me. What I would see as value is what she can do for me. That's the game. The same way women see a man who is of value, they want to see what he can do for her. If he can take her on this date, if he can do all of this simpy nutty shit that we were programmed to do. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you can't take a shorty on a date and that's simpy, no. It's more so of chasing the box. You know what I'm saying? When you value yourself, you're not even going to want to think about having sex all the time with a woman. You're not. You want to see if this is a valuable person that I should be hitting, you know what I'm saying, that I should have sex with. Because if not, if it's just think about it this too. The hookup culture has been so broken because men get their confidence from, oh, I fucked this bitch last night. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But is that person even around? Do you even get to have sex with that person again? More times than not, in hookup culture, you are going to clap once and be gone. It's a stranger. You allowed a stranger into your kingdom. If you're really a king, you have sex with that person, and now that person's gone. It doesn't matter, and that person could say, I had sex with you. But it's like, you think as a man, because all these other guys value having sex. Oh, did you have sex with that girl? Oh my God, you're so player. You're so cool. Like, it's gay even. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I respect the dude who, you know what I'm saying, just like how the ism is, bro. Dude had like 8-9 girls doing all the things he needed them to do. You dig what I'm saying? Not saying you got to be pimping these hoes, but he had all these girls doing the things that they needed to do and fall in line to in order to please him, like literally like a king, bro. That's where the game has been so switched, because all men do is want to fuck. And I get it, because I was in that situation too, where all you want to do is have sex and you value sex. That's like young bullshit. That's kid shit almost, where you'll put sex before anything. I'm gonna see what you can do for me before I can, you know what I'm saying, even think about that. Before you even get to think about that, you know what I'm saying, she gonna be thinking about that because you keep putting it off. Like, you know what I'm saying, every time you link her, you're putting it off. It's a beautiful game because you're not allowing anyone in your kingdom. That's the same game that women play. That, like, women who value themselves, they're not going to allow any dude to hit. He has to take her on dates. He has to meet up with her at this place. Get, like, you know what I'm saying, show her the world in order for her to give up the box. That's the game that they played. We're only switching it. This is why women play with men who are not sexually disciplined, because they are not locked in. Because they are valuing her before anything. You are a buster the same way everyone else is a buster in her phone. Use a lame the same way that all these lames run it and play the game. That's where the ism comes in. And then you just see it as backwards. Like, you flip the game on them. This is why women don't respect men who are not sexually disciplined, bro. It's very interesting that way, because even then, a woman who likes you for you is going to do anything for you. That's another part of the game. That's why you fuck with women who like you, because they'll do anything for you. Meaning, they'll give you some bread. Meaning, they'll give you some head. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get all of that sexual desire part, whatever you want. That's when a woman really likes you and values you. I'm having fucking tongue twisters. Values you. That's when a woman values you. You dig what I'm saying? So, in order for a woman to value you, you must value yourself. This is why I made that video on the Patreon too. Stay tuned for that. Value thyself and the world shall value you. It's beautiful that way. Though you'll start to get the world all come towards you. Woman, money, success, whatever the fuck you want, because you are seeing yourself as now higher. You are leading with your light. You are now confident. The light within inside you is your confidence and your natural aura behavior of, I am a confident young man and the world will come to me. That's the game. So when you are chasing the box, just like every other monkey, you are prioritizing this girl over anything in your life. It's like, duh, all the guys in her phone are the same way. She knows this psychologically too. You know what I'm saying? This is why she uses the pimp game, and this is why I don't fault women, because if you had so much women, like for instance, in your fucking inbox trying to get one thing out of you, you know what I'm saying? More times a guy will make a woman fall in love in a way just to get sex one time or twice and then ghost the bitch. That's what a lot of women actually went through. So now this is why you will see women are now pimping men in a way where, oh, he got to give me this purse. He has to take me on this date. He got to give me some bread. He got to do certain things for me to unlock me. But once you flip the game, you realize you're a king. They have to unlock me. But I don't blame women for this, because I'm telling you, all men just want one thing. And I understand it. So this is why they use the pimp game, and this is why men are down here and women are up here, because men are valuing women at like the level of this. You know what I'm saying? I be going out with people I know truly, deeply, and you know what I'm saying, every time they come across like a pretty good looking woman, nothing too crazy either, something sound light, they'll be geeking. Oh my God, look at that bad bitch. Look how beautiful it is. Yada, yada, yada. All of this shit is putting her above here. So if I went and told you, yo, go talk to that bad bitch, then since you're going to be consistently like talking about how bad and how beautiful she is, that dude don't even go up to the girl. He is nervous because he's valuing her before he values himself. I value myself. I'm in my mindset, I'm a king. I'll get whatever I want in my life. I don't give a fuck if it's a beautiful girl, how much money, whatever. Once you lead with your light and this inner confidence that you do gain on retention because you are now sexually disciplined, especially after a month, you start to value your goals before these hoes. You start to realize your worth, because your worth shouldn't come from sex and getting as much sex from women. This is why men have fallen down here, because all they want to do is become players and fuck as many girls as they can to say, oh, I fucked this girl, I fucked this girl, I fucked this bad bitch. But you lost your value that way. One, and two, more times than not, guys who just want to be players and just keep fucking girls, they don't have nothing going on within their life because they are prioritizing this girl or fucking as many girls in their life. And they're just prioritizing this girl so much that in their own life, in their real life, they're going to clubs day in and day out thinking that, bro, if I step into the club, I'm getting as many bitches as I want. That's not even a question. So I don't see you as cool. I don't give you that same props that the average guy who gets no ass would give you. I get ass, so I don't need to, oh my God, bro, I see you doing your thing, yada, yada, yada. Like, I don't give a fuck. I do not see that a value. I see a value a man who's locked in on his goals. I see a value the same dude who's in the gym as me. Like, if he in the gym as many times a day, or not a day, a week as me, I value, bro. I'll be like, word, he like me, you know what I'm saying? He got a little bit of me in him. You dig what I'm saying? Pause. That sounds really good. But this is where I'm telling y'all, this whole ism, this whole life shit, it stems from value. This is why women don't give a fuck about men who are not sexually disciplined. Because a sexually disciplined man just sees her as a girl. He sees her as not just for sex. Sex is later on. Sex is something that happens naturally. It's going to happen. Give it time. You're not going to fiend for her, but you're going to see her for deeper morals and a deeper point of view of, in a way of like, how you speak to her, how she talks, how is she a good person, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's this one story I'll tell you. I remember I went up to this one girl and she was eyeing me, so she gave me cues, so I went up and talked to her easily, got the number, everything. But when I had that conversation with her, like the moment, she was beautiful, let's say like an 8 or 9, bro. But when she opened her mouth, it was like, ew. Like, I was so disgusted, I was so turned off by the way that she spoke. She spoke like a street dude straight from the trenches. Like, she talking about like her slang and all that it was not it. I don't like my woman like that. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't hit her up. I didn't even text her, bro. None of that. I don't want none to do with that. That's what happens when you value yourself. You start to see what woman is actually good for you, not just for a hookup. Because okay, you get a hookup. Once you get enough hookups, you do not give a fuck about a hookup no more. Unless that's where you get your confidence from. And that's where men get their confidence from. Oh, I fucked this bitch. Oh, I did this. I did that. It's not a real value. It's not a real value that you're easily accessible, that you do not value yourself. Not everyone can have the king. That's one thing you have to understand. So you got to see and pinpoint out of all of these women, just the same way a woman pinpoints out of all of these dudes in her phone, which one she would have sex with, which one is valuable enough for her to open her heart to even talk to, have good conversations. Is he worthy enough for that? That's the same thing that you're doing. This bitch was not speaking correctly. I did not like how she spoke. So I didn't even bother to hit that up. I did not bother to even go anything further than just, all right, have a nice day with her, because I didn't value her. I did not see her as, this might sound crazy, but once you understand the ism that you are a king, I did not see her fit for my kingdom. You see what I'm saying? It might sound a little crazy. It might sound a little nuts. It might sound like, oh, he thinks he's really the best of the best, in which I do. Do not get the fucking game twisted. That's one thing I want you to understand. Do not get the game fucking twisted. But I didn't see her as valuable for my kingdom. I did not want to speak to this girl who spoke ratchet, who acts ratchet. Like, I do not like ratchet hoes. I do not like them. I like my soft, submissive Beckys. That's who I like. I don't give a fuck about what you like, what he likes, what this dude likes. I like what I like. You dig what I'm saying? And just getting the validation from other men is why other people, or most men, want to have like hookup culture. And I understand we have a natural sexual desire to want to procreate and have sex with as many women as we possibly can, but it's not something that you get your badges of honor. If this is where you're getting your true confidence from, in a way you are a bozo, because you're relying on, if I got a girl tonight, I am lit. Ooh, I'm stepping a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm truly confident. I don't give a fuck if I got a bitch. If I don't have a girl for 10 years, I'm still stepping the same way I step today. Because I'm not going to allow a woman to give me the confidence. I'm going to get the confidence from myself, my inner game, who I am as a man. And the byproduct of building yourself as a dude, because I'm only 21. By 25, Patrick's one of the greatest humans to ever walk this earth. You see what the fuck I'm saying? This is the confidence that you need, though. You see what I'm saying? But if you're getting it from a girl, it is momentarily confidence. Oh, I got a bad bitch tonight. Okay, did she give you money? How's your business doing? Or do you make thousands a month? I value a dude who's worthy on his business, working on himself, his mind, his body, himself, than him just having sex all day, just linking up with girls, whatever. That's cool. You can go on Tinder and go do the same thing. It's not hard. Especially if, I mean, for most men, I'm speaking from my experience, but for most men, I know y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, y'all don't take care of yourselves and shit like that. So I understand that it might be harder for other guys. But for me, I ain't with none of that shit, because I take care of myself and I'm really that one of the ones, you dig what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, on my Patreon, this is where ism doesn't only have to go with women. Ism goes with how you move in your life. It's a whole complete philosophy of how you move. And basically, it is the greatness that you get with inside you. A lot of the ism happens to do with a lot of women because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of guys look towards how to get way more women, as I did. I fell through this whole thing. But once I fell into the ism and I learned the knowledge and I acquired the knowledge and I put it within my game, I'm not reverting back to being a simp. There's no way, no how. Like, there's no way after finding the information to become a king that you go down to the levels of a peasant. There's no way that you would do that. You see what I'm saying? So this little video real quick is like something upon that I would have posted on my Patreon, but I want to give y'all a little some shit where you disarm the woman's power on semen retention. That's a fact, because you're not valuing her box as much as everyone else would. You're not valuing her looks as much. Yes, I want beautiful women around me. I'm not gonna be talking to no ugly bitches for real. I'm gonna keep it a beam. So I'm gonna value myself and the world's gonna value me, but I'm not gonna value her box, because that's not something that you're supposed to value. That is of nature. A woman is supposed to have sex with a man, so that's supposed to come anyways if she likes you. You see what I'm saying? And most women aren't following the rule books of Christianity, of Islam, of Judaism. They're not following religion nowadays. They're giving up the box for free so you don't get real cool points from me. You see what I'm saying? But most of them are not giving it up or not following the rule books anyways. So eventually you're spending time with a girl, you're, you know, chilling out with her, you're doing your thing. It is what a woman wants from a man naturally, and what a man wants from a woman naturally is she'll end up giving you the sex anyways. This is why the sexually disciplined men will always win. It's not a question, because in the aspect of woman, okay, you might have to hold off for sex instead of fiending for it, but even then, you're better off holding off for sex than fiending for it, because you just look like a fucking thirsty ass bozo. You see what I'm saying? But since you're not fully focused on women like how every fucking peasant is, you start to focus on your business. You start to focus on hitting the gym. You start to focus on thyself, and that will make thyself value thyself, and the world will value you. You think what the fuck I'm saying? It's a win-win situation anyways. So this is why women do not value men, or they play with men who aren't sexually disciplined. This is facts. This is ism. You have to understand, I'm making these videos on the Patreon devoted to ism, because this is not, the game is supposed to be, one, sold but not told. But two, you have to understand that semen retention and being sexually disciplined goes right along the lines with being with the ism, what I'm saying, a pimp, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to be, a Mac, a pimp, whatever. Being sexually disciplined, being of value is ism, and that falls in line with semen retention, because they do not, pimps, if you want to know, long story short, pimps do not fuck women unless they're giving them something. You dig what I'm saying? They say it's first, they say it's what? Purse first, ass last. I made a whole video on that too. So wait on the Patreon to give you more information and more game to really understand the way that this rule book and this world works, because everyone's chasing the box. The pimp is the one dude who doesn't do that, and he got 8, 9, 10 bitches with him, and he can have sex anytime. But on top of that, they give him bread. It's a whole different game. Whole different game when you understand the level of value that you actually have as a man. You don't understand it because your value of who you think you are as a man comes from fucking mad girls. You think you step harder from that. I step harder from myself and my self-love. Sex is a byproduct of a woman liking you anyways. That's supposed to happen anyways, because they're not even following the rule book. Look at feminism. You have to understand, feminism is actually giving us the ball in our hands if you play the game correctly. But most men, they don't know this shit. So wait for that motherfucking Patreon, bro. Real shit, boys. I'm just fucking spitting. I did not realize that was a 30-minute video. So I love y'all, bro. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro. And I'm gonna leave my last video right here for you guys, so that if you missed upon that, go watch that video. More game for your motherfucking brain. You dig what I'm saying? So I love y'all, bro. Stay yourself. Stay 300. Oh shit, fuck all that. If you guys want a one-on-one consultation with me, I'm gonna leave in the description below. And wait for that Patreon, like I said, bro. That shit coming out, I think, in 2 days. I'm almost done with it, bro. I'm up to 15 videos. I'm probably gonna have around 17 to 20 videos to start off with some shit that's going to take your life with women to the next level. You have to understand, no one even thinks like this. You have to understand, no one thinks like this. No one moves like this. And I studied the game, and the game gave me the principles to teach to other people. So I'm gonna really spit that shit that changed my life, and it's going to change your whole viewpoint on women, and not just women, within your fucking, bro, in your whole life. You're just gonna move like a king, so everything's gonna come to you. So wait for that. And yeah, if you want that one-on-one consultation, I'm leaving the description below. So make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that every time I post, you get notified, bro. So stay yourself, stay 300, and whatever you do in life, trust me, I believe in you, bro.